Hello and welcome back to Annelies Journaling. Thank you so much for all your comments and mails and reaching out in different way on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube and giving me all these kind credits for my journals and my work. I'm so grateful, and my only big hope is that I actually can inspire you to have as fun as I am in my studio, and hopefully we can continue and do a lot more nice things with our journals. So it's time to start journal number 2 in my little series with the 3 journals, where we did the covers first, and I have decided to do the oldest one as the next journal. So this was a really damaged book, so I have glued all the corners and made a new spine and put textile on it, and then we did put in these 2 pockets on the inside, and I have left the original old scripts in it. And I have prepared 3 bundles of papers that I will sew in, and as you have seen me sew it earlier, I can do that off camera, so you don't have to see it one more time. I have also prepared another old book cover, and this is what we are going to work with today. I'm going to do a flip on the front as we did on the other one. So we will attach that and cover up these red pieces on this book cover, so it looks more like this old one. I like this part with the little reddish pinkish in this one, and I have taken a piece of textile I think will go nicely with that color. It's a little bit of gold in it also. It's so old, so it's not so much left, but it's a little bit of shimmer on different spots. You probably can't see it on the camera. So we will start there by redoing this one so it will go nicely with the cover, and we will see how much time we need, if we can put it in place today or maybe next time. So let's put this away. And I will just take my little board so I have it in front of me. So we need to cover this up with paper and textile, and to be a little wild and crazy, I think I will use this textile with some blue, brown and pink, and use as the piece where we attach it to the other one. I have just ripped a few pieces, so we just need to see which one we can use. I want to cover the red, and then I also need to have a little bit to sew in, so I guess we need to have the widest one. I think we'll use this one. so we are sure that it will cover up the whole spine and still have some textile to sew with. Yes. Just going to take off the threads. So I easily can see where the edge is. I want to have some other textiles and laces also on this, so it more looks like a collage. So I want a piece of this linen to go on that too. I think this is the edge or not. I had hoped I have a straight edge to cut in, but I'm not so sure. So let's just make a straight one. Just bringing out a thread so I know it's straight. Doing the same on the other side. I have had a calm weekend. I have taken a few moments off my journal making and spent time with Nico. But it has been so cold. We have had a minus 25 degrees Celsius. So I have been mostly putting firewoods in all my stoves. But we have been outside and played with his ball sometimes, but he also think it's too cold. He have some problems with his feet. This, so it isn't so long time that we can be outside. I think I need to take the cover back so I can cut it to size. I think I want this part where it's more brown. I'm just going to take some of my glue stick and just put some glue on the edge so the threads won't rip. While we are working with it. This is a nice way to get it to stay in place if we haven't sewn it yet. Now I can take I can actually use this on the linen too. Few dots of my glue, and I have got a lot of questions about my glue as I don't have any name on the bottles. And this is bookbinding glue, and that's kind of the name of it. It's used for gluing pages together when books are made. So search for bookbinding glue. It's a bit like gummy, so it's not totally stiff when it has dried, and it's transparent and dries fairly quick, but you can still have time to move it and think if you put it somewhere and need to take it off quickly. So it's much more cheap than these special glues that you have for paper, and some for plastic and some for textile, and this I can use on anything almost. I even glued my pearl into my metal closure yesterday, and no problem, it stays in place like that. And taking another piece just so that I get something to sew in. I'm going to do some sewing on these, so it looks like we have done collage to get that to be the way we want it. And some lace, I think. I'd like to have some piece that isn't so much color in it. And still thin. Taking a few pieces out so I can try how I want them. I have been traveling, so I haven't been able to put back my laces into the bag yet. Maybe some monograms. Maybe some of these. Trying to put it straight. It was so difficult to cut it straight. It's so thin. Try not to put too many layers. It will be too thick to sew in. I think I need a piece of this. redo it so it gets straight in this line first. That's better. Are you with me how I want it to look? So this will be on this side, and then we will take it over like this and glue and sew. I think that will be nice against the old brown piece. So we leave that to dry a little bit, and then we are going to cover these, and I think just some plain piece of cotton first, then we will see how it will look. We need to cover this piece and then the edges, so a little bit bigger then. Threads and threads and threads all over. So now I'm going to just glue this down so it will cover the red one too on this side. then I'm just cutting the excess off. We're going to have something on the back, so this won't be seen so much. Just the edges, make sure the edges are covered from all the red, if you don't want them. If you want them, you can use it as it is. Maybe this piece will work. Print that with. Perfect. Make sure it's enough glue on the edge. Squeeze it down. Cut off everything you don't need or want. A little bit more glue. Now I'm cutting everything that is kind of loose or in the way. Try to make it as clean and straight as you can. Then we are going to cover the inside of the book, and you can choose to use textile or paper, which it's just a matter of what you like. So you don't need to do it any way you don't want it. maybe some embossed paper, or some eco-dyed paper could be nice, and then maybe some of my copies of papers from my farm. This is from 1897. This is how I want it. Then we need, this is up, and I want this piece to go on top. Just using an old plastic card to spread the blue a bit better. Making sure I have it on all the edges. Then I'm taking a little bit extra so I can press that out. Seems to get attached to threads wherever I put my hands. So I took it a little bit bigger on that side, so I was sure it would cover up the edge where it was so badly cut. When it is so much loose paper on an edge, I'm making sure that I can get more glue and mend it properly. Nothing reddish. That's good. We can cut this off later when we are sure it is glued down. So some drying on that one, and while that is drying we can do the sewing on the attachment piece. So I'm just going to get my thread and my needle, and we can start sewing. This is a thin thread. It's DMC cotton pearl number 8, so it's a bit thinner than ordinary embroidery yarn. So let's take this one and add some more pieces on the edges, on the corners maybe I should say. Should we go for the same blue, or should we go with the I think it's a bit thick. No, I think I actually want the linen kind of pieces. Yes. Just adding glue on the edge and squeezing it down. Doing the same on the other corner. Cutting off excess. And gluing them down. A little bit more glue on just on the corner. Now I will cut off the excess of the paper I glued. We don't need that when it has dried. Now we can be sure the edge will hold. I think this will be cool. Maybe I could have taken this shorter and just used this one. We'll see about that later. So let's put the other side in place. So we're leaving that to dry for a while before we attached it, and during that time we can make a pocket to go on the inside of the flip. And then how high you want it. I think I will go with kind of half. That's more nice. Take a bigger piece so it will cover all the paper. You can be sure that it will hold forever. I have a lot of ephemera that's already done that we could have used, but I think that I want to have something that goes with the back of the book, so then this eco-dyed paper will be cute to have on the back like this. I think I will use this as the upper piece. Piece of old book paper. I have this leaves that is from Tim Holtz to cut out, so those are cute too, but don't know. No, it will be too alike. I want something different. This is paper I have just put on double-sided tape. Going for a piece of linen. Should we do a photo maybe? So it looks like kind of this book is about someone. I think so. I will go and get my old photos. So I find this photo. It's a photo from my farm, from Malung, and I have just cut it a bit smaller. I like this lady with her journal. I think she could go cutely on this one. So let's put her down. Like that. So we have made our flip that will go like this on this journal, so we can flip it up. This will be bendable when it has dried, so we can flip it. And we have also made the pocket. This will now dry and I will sew around the girl, and then I will be back to continue. So I want to be sure that everything is dried, and also this one can dry properly until tomorrow. So then we can go back and put it in place on the journal. But I can feel it's still a bit much glue that isn't dried, as this is rather thick. So we will leave it like this until next time, and then we will put everything we have made today together and see how it looks in the journal. Thank you so much for keeping me company, and I hope you have a journal going so you can follow me in the process, so we can craft together. If you have any questions, please send me an email and I will try to answer as quickly as I can. I have had questions on YouTube, and actually today I found a question that was several weeks old, and in some way I have missed it, and I'm so sorry for that. I'm usually answer the questions in a day or two, but I'm so sorry for that. So if you don't get answer from me and it's a bit urgent, please send me a mail instead, so I don't miss it. So thank you so much, and see you soon again. Bye bye from Sweden.